and welcome. I'm so excited in today's video. As we're gonna get into is a build. I will preface this, I know it's past spooky season, but I have been building this a while and I kind of just stopped building it and I really wanted to finish it and post it for you guys. It was kind of supposed to start as like a gothic home, but it kind of just ended up being like this story and I'm excited to show you guys. So let's get into the speed build and I'll explain more as we go. So outside of being just a goth home, I really wanted to be able to use the vampire pack itself. It's kind of a unique pack that you don't, especially for the items that you don't really use a whole lot, and I really wanted to use it for this. As for the clothing though, I don't really use it a whole lot. I don't know. I haven't personally found a sim that I'm like, this makes sense, but let me know if you guys do. Do you guys use the clothing in it? Also, I've been meaning to ask, did you guys do anything for spooky season now that spooky season's officially over? Did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy it? And what do you plan to do next year? I really want to go to a haunted house next year. I wasn't able to go to one this year. Also, I think I'm probably going to still do it, even though spooky season's over. But I really want to play the zombie mod. So if you guys played it, please give me your honest opinions down below, because I do want to check it out. Just not quite sure if it's streaming friendly, considering they do have, like, you get weapons and stuff, and you go around and you kill the zombies and stuff. So not sure how gruesome it is, because it is made by the same creator as the, what's it called? The Killing mod. God, I forget what that mod's called. Please correct me. Oh my god. Because I've had that mod before, but it was mainly just for the poison, because you can poison your other sims and whatnot, and I thought that was pretty cool, pretty stealthy and whatnot way of using it. The other ones that you could use to kill sims are pretty gruesome. Oh my goodness. I remember going through the list and I was like, probably would not be using these, or it was just like playing it alone. I was just like, I don't think I can watch this, because I definitely remember when I first started playing The Sims, I've definitely tried out that mod, especially just seeing all the different ways and whatnot, but because it's kind of hard to kill your sim sometimes, or at least like targeted wise if you're doing it for story play. If you want to like one sim to do to another, like that's why I like the poison aspect, but I feel like I'm sounding like my gameplay is dark. If you're new, hi, hello, and welcome. My sims do die a lot, but not because I'm trying, well, some of them we do kill. You know what? You have to watch my Let's Plays. Let me just stop talking about that, because then I feel like you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I see where your Let's Plays are going. I promise they're not that dark. It is spooky season, so, you know, sometimes it is. Sometimes I'm just like, because I feel like they're, you know, I don't know. Let me stop trying to explain myself. But as for the outside, I did utilize, this is where you guys get to see a lot of the vampire pack, you know, like, just brush that over. Let's get back into the build. As you guys can see, I wanted to use, like, a lot of the dead plants. I really like the vines from the vampire pack, because I feel like it ends up giving a sense of depth within it, like kind of like roots sticking out. I really like texture, it, like the look of it and layering it. I think that's why I like to use like the grass a lot, and I used like the roots, I don't know what it actually is from the vampire pack, but I use that a lot over the place and whatnot. I just feel like it gives it a sense of, like I said, depth and extra touch, and especially since I'm trying to make this place look dead. We got like the dead just dirt everywhere, or dead grass I should say, dead dirt. You know what I mean, and whatnot. And I ended up utilizing these little flower bushes. I don't know, I really like landscaping, and I think I like this one. I think it turned out well. I think it fit the bill for this type of build and whatnot, and it was a lot of fun. I feel like every time I build something unique and slightly outside my comfort zone, I feel like I kind of like it. I'm like, okay, cool, I could definitely take this away and whatnot. And so, yeah, so hopefully you guys will like the outcome. And like I said, I cannot wait to hear what you guys got into for spooky season. Did you carve any pumpkins? Because I didn't get to do that this year either, man. I wanted to do that so bad, but it's okay, next year. I don't know, every time I looked at the pumpkins when I was at the store, I was like, I don't have any proper carving tools. What do you, like, do you have to buy, like, nice stuff? I just figured if I went and bought, like, the cheap stuff, it would break immediately and be pointless, and I'd be frustrated with a pumpkin that's half carved. But you know what? That's excuses. Excuses. You know what? There's some pumpkins on sale, right? Somewhere. Who knows? But pumpkins and, haunted house is my dream next year, so here's to hoping we can do that. But now moving on to the inside of the build, I won't lie, this is where and why it took me so long to build it is because I didn't really have an idea. I kind of had like this generic, like, okay, do I want to make this house all black? I knew I wanted like darker scheme. I knew I wanted it to be like the vampire pack especially, but I didn't necessarily have a theme or a story. So the story develops later, and I'm so excited to share with you guys how that developed. But as you guys can see, there is going to be a basement, a first floor, and upstairs. So it's still quite a big of a build. I didn't really fill out some of the upper floor and the bottom floor. There's a few items, and that adds into the context in the story. But as to like items and whatnot, it's not overly crowded. I didn't really know what to put in some of those rooms, which you guys will see. I feel like I don't know. I don't want to spoil it too early, so stick around if you guys want to hear about the story and whatnot. So, and how it formed, because it literally formed throughout the build, especially nearing the end. I was like, there we go. This is it. This is why this is happening. Because at first I just, like I said, family build, a lot of just dark blacks and color scheme and what's it called, the vampire pack. But outside of that, I didn't really know what to do. I didn't really have it in a specific world or anything. But I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun building this. I don't know, do you guys build with like a story in mind? Because I feel like I want to be able to do that again, but maybe a story beforehand and we build upon that. Because I feel like I've watched people build that way. Not build that way. Well, particularly like I've watched another YouTuber where they reviewed people's builds and each build had a story and like a dark side to it, and I absolutely love that. I love watching their videos and whatnot for that. So I'm like, maybe I should try building like that, because this one, the story kind of just formed itself, but maybe building with the story in mind might be able to branch out and build something just as cool, I feel like. So I don't know what I'll build yet. I gotta think of a story that we can do, especially since it's like building a home, there's not as much context. But this one, I feel like it was pretty good, and it does help me and make me want to add some certain stuff to our other Let's Plays, which like our 100 Baby Challenge and whatnot. If you guys are watching that, we are currently on season 2, and we're woohooing with vampires, which is kind of a hint. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but I mean I am. You know, I'm spoiling but not spoiling. I feel like I always say I'm not gonna spoil, but I do. But yeah, so now moving on to finally decorating. This took me so long. This first floor to the living room, and that's kind of where I stopped, because I started this like at the beginning of October, and then I finally finished it. I want to say like a week or two, and it's the end of October. October's over currently. So it took me a while. It took me a while to get back into this build, and it's basically because I didn't know the aesthetic. So I ended up using those lights that have like the orangish red hue to it, and I really wanted that to play throughout the build and kind of tie it throughout. So obviously mostly black, just like black everywhere. I kept that idea, but as for that orangish red, I really wanted that to give it a sense of warmth. I honestly loved the way it looked throughout the house, and I think we made it work really well. So as you guys can see, these people they're not poor. They definitely have some money, so they have like this little front area where they can put their shoes on, nice little mirror and whatnot. I need to get like more ideas for like what to put in hallways, but they do even have like statues and stuff. It's a very, what's it called, like decked out place. Like they definitely have some money here, and I love the way that looks and how this place turned out. As to like what Sims specifically, I don't really have any in mind, kind of just more of the story. But if you guys do download this build, you don't have to like play it with the way I did it. I just love that I was able to form it, and it makes me want to build more this way. So yeah, I can't wait to see your guys' opinions and what you guys think, and I cannot wait to see what other stories. I gotta think, like, what stories would I do? I don't know, it's so hard in The Sims. This one kind of just formed itself because of certain items I pulled out, and I was like, oh, this makes sense. But as for the future, what kind of stories could I do? I've always wanted to do, I have yet to, considering how much of a cat lover I am, I want to do a cat Let's Play, but I feel like that'd be so boring. But like a crazy cat lady household or something, I feel like that's kind of my dream and what I want to do. That's all I can think about right now. So let me know what you guys think. I feel like it'd be so much fun to be able to like pull through and do with you guys, but it's just like I don't know, what are we doing, like the 100 cat challenge, you know? I don't know, like the 100 baby challenge, but it's cats instead. But it maybe, I don't know, because my friends and stuff always joke like how if I didn't have my husband, I would definitely be a crazy cat lady. I'd have like 50 of them or something by now. I know, I feel like whenever I see a cat, I feel head over heels for them. I'm like, they're the baby, I need them, I need to bring them home. So I feel like I definitely would have been the crazy cat lady by now if I was allowed to bring home every cat, which is probably a good thing. Because I also, especially in other animals too, it's not just cats, it's mainly cats, because I feel like cats are nice, they could take care of themselves, outside of my Bubba. If you guys know my cats, I have 2 cats, Winter and Java. One's a ragdoll, and he definitely will eat nonstop. So now my other cat, Winter, has been picking up that habit, and now she's been eating nonstop. That's the fun part. I will warn you, if you don't have multiple animals yet, if you do plan to get more animals, they will pick up each other's habits, particularly the bad ones. And for my cats, it's eating as much food as possible. My cat, Winter, used to eat when I ate. Like, we'd eat at the same time. I could leave food out all the time. And then we got my little Bubba. I mean, it's not just because of his habits. It's also probably because, you know, adjusting to having more pets, I know. But, like, now they both, like, scarf down their food and will continue to scarf down food. Like, she's even interested in human foods that she never was before, funny enough. Not as much as him, but definitely a lot more than she used to be. But back into the build, as for different items and whatnot, I knew I wanted to fill this out, like I said, for a family household. So I knew I wanted certain family aspects and, like, skill building and stuff. I feel like that's easy to forget when building a house, is different, like, skills, excuse me, skill building and activities for your Sims to do, because you're like, okay, kitchen, bathroom, living room. By the way, speaking of which, this is a weird tangent, weird side tangent, is when people are like, I don't know, I feel like take out the bathrooms when I'm, like, showing you guys the speed builds, because bathrooms are so, they always look the same. But how can I make bathrooms more creative? I'm like, how creative can a bathroom get? But I guess you could say the same as, like, a kitchen, a living room, or just buildings in general. But a bathroom particularly, I'm like, yeah, there's the toilet, the shower, and there's the tissue to wipe your bum, and a towel to wipe your hands. I'm like, what else can I put in there? I don't know. I gotta maybe spice up my bathrooms. I'm like, a candle maybe? Oh my god, I remember when my husband and I moved in together, I'm like, we need candles, Febreze, we need it all. You know, we don't have that yet. We don't have, like, our Sims fart so much, but we don't have, like, anything to freshen up the room. Can you imagine how, like, stank, especially, I don't know if your guys' Sims, maybe it's just my Sims, but, like, they be tootin' and tootin' non-stop. So, like, can you imagine how stinky it smells? And then, like, they got the green fume coming off their body half the time. And if I don't bathe the toddlers, or, I don't know, they leave a pile for too long. How messy and stinky the Sims are. Oh my goodness, I don't actually want to think about it. That's actually bothering me now. But you know what, Sims? Bring it in. I want, like, it's just like a spray. I call it Febreze generically, but, like, any spray. We need, like, a spray bottle. Freshen up my Sims. I think we do have, like, perfumes and stuff. If you, like, click on the mirror. Maybe, is it just for teens? Or is that a mod? Dear God, when you get to have so many mods, you're like, what's a mod and what isn't anymore? I do want to do a Let's Play where it's base game only eventually. I don't know what kind of Let's Play. I just want to see and experience with you guys what it's like if you just get the free, like, just base game. If you're like, somebody's like, oh, I just fell across the Sims, like, what can I do without going broke? Or at least until the games go on sale. 10 out of 10 recommend, always waiting until it goes on sale. Don't be like me and buy a bunch at once when they're not on sale. I've definitely done that multiple times because I've gotten so impatient, but definitely pro tip. But I don't know what we do exactly, but I feel like it'd be fun to just take out all my expansion packs, all my mods, all my CC, and just explore the game itself without any of the extra, so we could, like, have some fun and, like, be able to experience what like a new Sims player could be able to enjoy and then play. So let me know what you guys think about that as a Let's Play. Would that be, I don't know how to spice it up quite yet, but, you know, my game spices itself up. It literally, I'm just like, cool, we're just gonna go dancing. Somebody dies. What else does my Sims do? I don't know. We're gonna go on a date. They cheat. We're getting, like, it's our birthday party. Our boyfriend, we tell him we're pregnant, and he's literally making out with a dude, and you're like, oh, my game spices up myself. Who knows what will happen. I'm like, it can't be just mods, it's The Sims itself. You're just like, excuse you, like, free love, but I guess free love won't be a thing if I have base game. Maybe that's a good thing. Oh my god, when free love is voted, if you guys don't know what that is that with Equal Life? For people who don't know, you could, like, vote for different community stuff, and one you could vote for is free love occasionally, which means, like, one of our Let's Plays, our Disney Princess Challenge, 1gen, literally, our husband was Santa at the time, and he's making out with some vampire chick who just showed up at our house, and you're just like, we're getting married tomorrow. Literally, our wedding date was the next day, and I was like, okay, really? I tried so hard to ignore it, but you're just like, really, Sims? Really? I mean, it's good for Let's Plays when you want a Sim who, like, either cheats or gets around, or I don't know what they do. What do you want? Your Sim has multiple partners. It's not even just cheating. You could just have multiple partners. Free love is honestly nice until they're like making out with whoever and doing whatnot, because your Sims don't care as much. It just becomes a thing. So I feel like that gets kind of weird. I don't know. you know, it's The Sims. I think what's weird about The Sims is funny. So now moving for finishing the living room. As you guys can see, I have like a few of like kids to family activities, because I want it to seem like this is a house we kind of grew up in. Whether or not they want another kid is up to them. It ends up being a couple and their kid. In my head, I was making the kid like they are like, what's it called, bisexual, but it doesn't really come across. That's what I was just trying to create story and like envision what kind of Sims would live here, and I kind of got really into it. And like the kids, like, I don't know, I envisioned the kid being like, oh, what's up with my family, why are they like this, like, I'm different as is and trying to understand myself, but also trying to understand my family is a whole nother dynamic. So I thought that'd be really fun. And like I said, if you use this house, it's just a house, but I wanted to add this like story and this context into it because I thought it was a lot of fun. I really had it added like this extra sense. I didn't clutter it as much. Always want to make sure if I don't clutter places too much, because if you guys download it, then it's just like, I don't know, when I play Let's Plays, you clutter your stuff, your places, while you're doing Let's Plays itself. So like if you plan a house that's already full, trying to add your own would be rough. Like, I mean, one is like if your kid gets the tooth, like loses a tooth, you get the tooth fairy stuff, or if they have a school project, trying to put the school project anywhere. I personally like to hoard those, or any photos. I feel like I need to like make my houses with more just blank walls, because I feel like I like putting family portraits up. That's why I like having like certain mods that are for photos, because like family photos need to become like a lot easier in The Sims, in my personal opinion, because trying to like group them up with what's it called, the mosquito. I can already hear the comments. That pack, the pack that comes with a tripod where you can take photos, that one, it's rough trying to get grouped together and take photos on that. So now we're kind of finishing the kitchen, but I kind of realized I didn't really have a dining area. So I'm realizing the more and more I build with you guys, there's a few things I miss out on. One is a dining area. I kind of don't really make a, what's it called, a dining room. I kind of just forget about that. I kind of always like now I end up taking that out, and I just end up adding a dining table to the dining, the kitchen. Here we go. Which, now that I'm thinking on it, I made such a nice, beautiful, big kitchen, but originally I didn't have the final story, which if you guys see when we get later, when we get to the later part of this video, sorry, I can't talk occasionally apparently, is you guys see there is coffins, so it does clue into vampires, but vampires don't really need to eat. But I guess if they're, I don't know, it's such a nice, beautiful kitchen. We had just gotten the what's it called, the new pack for, what's it called, Chef Chef pack. You know what I mean, the news pack. Yes, please correct me on everything that I've mistakenly said wrong today, which is like a million things. But we just got that one, so I was like, I want to make a nice kitchen and you'd be able to utilize everything. Another thing I always forget is dishwashers, because that's a thing we can have. I haven't built a home in a while with a laundry unit, just because, I don't know, I get so stuck in my head with the fact that there's so many things you don't need in Let's Plays. But when I'm building, because I feel like it's because I'm going from Let's Plays to building rather than building to Let's Plays, there's certain things like laundry rooms I kind of forget. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what I need to do before any of these other cool ideas that I'm coming up with. I just need to build a home that has everything, like a laundry room, a dining room. What else am I missing, guys? Probably so many more. Who knows? But those are like the two things I know for a fact I miss. So now moving into, this is the parents' room. So as you guys can see, I'm doing like the big drapey curtains, because if they are vampires, which I will say shortly whether or not they are, because at this point I didn't know when I'm building this. I'm trying to like build it and slowly share as I like have the knowledge come to me as I'm building it, if that makes sense. But we wanted to cover the windows and make sure nobody's melting and whatnot. That's also why I wanted to add a basement originally, now that I think back on it, as if it is too sunny or it's certain time of the year where they can't be out. They have the basement, and they also have the attic, which doesn't have a whole lot of windows, so they have multiple spaces and whatnot. I really do like the parents' bedroom. I end up like, you see a lot of the vampire pack stuff, which is a lot of fun, but very specific. But also I end up adding like a personal library. I feel like if they are not a vampire, if they even just believe they are, they have a lot of time on their hands. They got like forever, so they're gonna be well read, I'm assuming, hopefully, and have a lot of knowledge within them, and a lot of, I don't know, cool stuff, such as books, because books have knowledge, books have history. So I feel like they'd have like a big old library and whatnot. You know what'd be cool? I just thought about it. It'd be cool to do like a library with a secret door, because then we have the doors that have like secret passageways, which actually I gotta think on it. They're all locked if I remember correctly. Like, how do we unlock them? Is one the writing career, one's like the political career, is that right? I gotta see. Oh my god, what packs and stuff does the hidden doors come with? I don't really use hidden doors. They're not really necessary yet for any of my Let's Plays, and at least in a while. So I feel like that'd be really cool to have like a big old library, and then you have like a secret door with it. You know, this is really getting my brain creativities coming and flowing. But now moving on to the kids' room. We are coming to the end. I know I have the attic and the basement, but I didn't really deck those out a full lot. So originally I wasn't sure if the kid knows and like the truth about the family, like, oh, are they really into it? Kind of got this feeling of like, oh, like, why is my family like this? Like, why all black? Like, why are we like fully going into like this whole vampire like scheme? Like, why does my parents like believe so heavily that they made their whole house like this? So but they still have the same similar aesthetic as their parents, like all black, but we have like spider webs rather than like the bats and like the vampire pack and whatnot. But I really like their room. It's still, like I said, it's like I was debating between like a kid and a teenager to toddler. I ended up with a kid moving on to teenager years. So that's like the storyline if you do follow like the weird story that I created for this. So they are going from like a kid to teen. They don't really know why their parents are like this, but so they're slowly developing their own like self and figuring that out. They're kind of going through that self-discovery phase. So we got like I thought I put the cop, I don't know if that really fits, but like the cop calendar. We have just a couple like stickers and whatnot on there, but we do have coffins upstairs. So this is where the kid doesn't know about. So this is where I can finally share the story, because we're coming so close to the end. Is the kid doesn't know the truth. So they're like, okay, our house has changed, or the upstairs is weird. Like, they don't know that they're actually vampires until you become a teenager. So if you guys have the gameplay, it's where they don't become a vampire till they're a teenager. But down in the basement, which you guys could see, is a prison cell. And this is the part I love, because I didn't realize we could do this until now. And this is where we keep the people where we drink their blood. So I'm so excited. So this is a secret that the kid will find out eventually. But let's get into the tour. Okay, so here we are in the secret vampire home. So the home that has many secrets. But as you can see, we have like a little swing outside. I don't know if we get to see that earlier. But let's head on up into our little vampire home that I absolutely adore. I know, it was kind of anticlimactic in the secrets on the fact that there are actually vampires. But they also hoard people down the basement, which is what I was thinking of adding in our 100 baby challenge. Is kind of like this basement that keeps people to feed our vampire babies. But who knows? I don't know yet. But we have like a nice little cozy area, spot to take off your shoes if you so desire. The new record player that I'm absolutely head over heels for. Nice windows to check your appearance. Over here is one of the bathrooms, which I didn't really show. Like I said, the bathrooms aren't that fancy and whatnot. But if we head over here, we have like these little clocks that I put everywhere that I absolutely adore. We also have statues everywhere. But let's head to the living room. Hello. We have a nice little activities area for the family. We also have a big old nice TV area where we can watch and hang out as a family. I think that's really nice. I absolutely love that. So that's what took me so long. I don't know why. I'm sorry. But now here we have is our kitchen, a nice little eating area where we can all scrumptious, even though we don't need to scrumptious. I guess we eat the people down in the basement. I don't know. Maybe this is a show. Maybe we're rich people and we have to act occasionally like we actually eat, which is probably why we don't have a dining area. We just put a table here to do our meetings and people probably think we eat there. You know what? That works out perfectly. But let's head on upstairs. We have 2 floors up here. First floor is where, as you guys can see, that's where I put the decor thing. I feel like every household needs that. But up here we have is the bedrooms, more clocks. But let's head into the kids' room really quickly. As you guys can see, we have a student here. I'm assuming, like I said, they're going from kid to teenager, so that's kind of like the in-between phase. We got our plushie. We got some cute little decals on the wall. Spot to study. We have like little lunchbox that is new now. We heading over to the bathroom again. We have a nice little bathroom up here for the family to use and whatnot. Now for the parents' room, which I think is my favorite. We got like I guess a his and her side, you know, one, or maybe it's just they share, who knows, but we have both there. I just didn't want one side to block the, the visuals when you're playing for gameplay. But my issue is the vampire black for furniture is different than every other black in the game. It's like, I don't know. It sucks, but I'm thinking we made it work because this is like the same as the mirror and everything. But now moving over, you guys can see is our little like study area. We got like we also have Vlad. Okay, Vlad's like the #1 vampire, so he's there. We got like a chess table for studying Nook. We got a spot to read. This also covers up the window, which is why I originally added the library, but I think it's nice. We're well read here. Okay, but now heading up to heading up all the way up to the attic. We have is, I didn't know what to add up here. I was like, we got some coffins, but that's about it. So not a whole lot of windows and whatnot, so we don't melt. But this is where the family will stay and hibernate, like they're bears, I guess. But I'm sorry, I'm doing a really bad job. But we're gonna go down to the basement. You know, my amazing camera skills gets better every time, right? But over here, you can see this is where the secret door. This is why I was asking the questions about, like, okay, like secret doors and stuff. This wall's not painted, dear God! Oh my God, why am I like this? But let's head to the basement. You know, I'm gonna have to paint that later. You know, let's paint it now. Guys, I'm sorry, I failed you yet again. Am I the only one who misses something every single time? I need to do tours or something. I gotta stop being lazy. Maybe it's the ADHD within me. But let's head down the secret door to see what we got going on in the basement. So you guys can enter. We got double doored, you know, area. Double door, that's a thing now, okay? We got a door upstairs, we got a door here, you know, keep it locked and whatnot. But here's the little cells where we get, you know, we can sit here as our little vampire booties and be like, which one do you want today? But they have nice cells, right? They got a bed, they got like a bar of soap and paper towels, I think that is. A mirror and a toilet. So they're living the best life. That is from the Get to Work pack, so I absolutely love that. I need to make some prisons or something because I think that's hilarious. But that will do it for here, for this lovely little secret vampire home. Is it really that secret though? Who knows? But the kid doesn't know. The kid, that's the whole thing, is the kid thinks that the family went a little overboard like through the years, but doesn't know that they're actually a vampire. But they'll find out shortly. So let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that'll do it for our spooky builds, I believe. And yay, that'll be it for this video. So like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to this village, welcome on in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this as our spooky season comes to an end. I do have a lot of like builds and whatnot I still need to review and post, but I would still love to hear your guys' ideas. I do have a list that you guys have given me in the past that I need to get to, but keep adding to it. Keep letting me build. Keep pushing me to build, because I obviously need to if my tours still have things like missing wallpaper. Oh my God. It's fine. It's okay. You know, we try. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!